I love this room, regardless of how messy it might look right now. But I have spent my 4 years of life in this room. I started creating content, and it was in a worse situation than what it is right now. But finally, after 3 or 4 years, I'm about to switch this room, and I think I'm gonna miss it. It's not that I'm leaving my house, I'm going to switch in a bigger room, and for that, I have to move a lot of things. And I haven't cleaned my bookshelf in like 2 months because this was my plan to change this 2 months ago. But my laptop, which is here, wasn't delivered, and it took almost 55 days to 60 days to get it here. So finally that it is here, I'm ready to move, and that's what this video is going to be. I'm going to clean all of my books, and that's why there is a bucket. I think you can see it. So I have to move all of these things in that room, and I'll make a separate bookshelf video. So if you need book recommendation, subscribe, and let's start today's video. First of all, we didn't have the budget to do the floor work, and somehow we managed a jugaad. First, I got this very cheap mat for the floor, and thanks to my brother and one of my friend, or better to say, they did the all work. I was just giving them instruction, do this, do that. The thing is that I work from home. I'm creating videos, I'm taking classes, so I have to spend a lot of time indoors, and I don't want dust around my working space. And I'll share this little backstory. To some people, it might not look a big space or enough space, but for us, for my family, it's everything. My parents have struggled a lot to get this little plot in the village, and my father has worked so hard to build this house. And I'm really grateful to you guys for watching my videos, that I'm finally able to make a living with whatever skills I have. So I'm really grateful. I think having your own room is really important for your self growth. And I think a lot of people can also relate with me that in our Indian culture, because of our socio-economy, not everyone has this luxury of their own room. I mean, even if they are adult, they have to share room with their siblings or their parents, and I understand that. But once you have your own room, it's a completely new feeling. And I think I got this room when I was 16, 17, and since then I have made a lot of progress. I felt like I could do whatever I wanted to, of course in a good way, and nobody disturbed me. So if you go and watch my first video, you see it's really dark. And once I started making videos, I realized that I need to change a lot of things. And I did. I started making slow progress, and slowly I got it painted. It's not actually painted, I have just put some putty here. I installed a window, a door, a lot of light, and of course this table, this bookshelf. So all of this progress, it it might not seem a lot for a lot of people, but for me, it's my whole goddamn life. I'm happy that I'm finally switching in a better space, but I love what I have right now. See, when you have limited space, you get used to using that limited space, and the kind of videos you watch, majority of them are short here. So I think lighting is good enough in this one, but let's see if I'm able to get same kind of quality. If not, then I will have to invest more in lighting. Anyway, I'll keep returning and I'll talk about books, don't worry, but this is just going to be me rambling why a room is important. It's going to be a long day. Today is Monday and I have some sessions also. I have to teach, but it's early morning, so I thought that let's move some of the books, and if I'm able to move today, it will be a lot better because now I don't want to stop making videos, because when you have a bigger space, you have more freedom to create the kind of videos you want to. Here I'm just stuck. So of course it's not really bad, but at the same time, if you have big space, there is no alternative of that. So yes, earlier we were talking about having your own room. The personal space is the most important thing if you want to see yourself growing. But if you're not able to relate with me on this point, that why personal space is important, wait till you get your own space. You'll realize that if nobody is disturbing you and you are not surrounded by people all the time, you will feel bored, but that boredom will lead you to create more things. And of course, if you're not using your phone all the time. And while I'm cleaning this, I know that I always talk about books, but these have been my companion in this too. Like if I'm not doing anything, if I'm not recording videos, if I'm not taking classes, this is what I do. I watch movies, I read books. I have started learning this new editing tool or editing software called DaVinci Resolve. And I have never used anything fancy in my life. I don't know how to use Adobe Premiere Pro. So this is completely new. And boy, last day my brain was completely fried. I got really overwhelmed because of the amount of information or options it had. And maybe that's why people are able to create a lot of good videos. But I have been using Microsoft Clipchamp, which is just a basic tool. So it's too easy to use. It's it's very easy. You don't have to think much. Just cut, put your text, put your photos, add some subtitles, and you're good to go. So now I have got one extra bucket, so it will not be as exhausting as I was thinking. So let's continue the thing which we were discussing earlier, having your own personal space. And especially in middle class families, there is this quote that the walls are thin, but the expectations are thick. I hope it doesn't sound too cheesy, but that's reality. See, your dreams will be delayed. Personally, I think if you don't have your personal space, then you are always conscious, regardless of how close you are to your siblings, your family, or especially, I don't know about you, but I don't think I can be myself or do what I'm doing right now if I was surrounded by a lot of people or if I didn't have this personal space. This is the only manga I own. It is one of my favorite, real, and the author is of course Takehiko Inoue. I always mispronounce his name. And if Sehra you are watching, thank you for gifting this. So it's my favorite thing in all the collection I have. This is me again doing a voiceover because I was too tired after moving all the things in this current room. And honestly, I haven't figured out the final setup of the room because it requires a lot of upgrade. I need some good lighting resources and I have already ordered a few lights. So hopefully within a week I'll get them too. This is the final look of my room. I know not aesthetic enough, but it is still quite messy. I have to find a spot for my table and my chair. Here are my books. So I'm going to make a new video arranging them, what I'm reading, what I have read, and I'll recommend some of those books. So usually you see me making videos here on a particular topic where I teach English in context, and this is done by my nephews. I don't think they will be able to play in this room anymore. So I still need to do a lot of adjustment in this room, especially with the noise cancellation thing. I don't know whether you can hear the background noise, but a lot of background noise is coming from downstairs. So I have to use some things to get rid of that. And on top of that, I have to update my lighting setup. I don't think this will be enough. And this is another LED I have in my room. So for that, I'm thinking of purchasing maybe a soft box, and I have enough tripods in my room. I think this is not a vlog, of course, but I just wanted to show you guys how I create videos and what I usually do behind the scenes. So the purpose of me creating this video is very simple, to show you guys what goes behind the scenes. It's not as easy as it looks like, but I'm not complaining. I really enjoy doing this. This is my job right now, so I'm putting as much as effort as I can. And if you are also looking to start creating content, then you should. And if you need any help, then put down your questions in the comment box and I'll definitely make a separate video on that. And also, if you guys want to learn English in one-on-one and group classes, then you can drop me a message on my number and we can start learning together. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you. Bye.